What's up? What's up? What's up, my mind, your money business people? It's me yet again with another video of today's stock market review and all things pertaining to the stock market and money. So is the stock market crashing? Tesla took a huge hit today. They went down over $20 in that single stock today. But is the market crashing? I'll say no, because actually the Dow and S&P 500 notched record highs today as earnings season kick off. So the stock market seems to be doing pretty damn good. And that Nvidia, it took a hit of 1 cent today. 1 cent. So let's get into it. It says the Dow and the S&P 500 notched new highs on Friday, with the broader index closing above 5,800 points for the first time. The first time, people. The first time. Did I say the first time? Okay, the first time. As big U.S. banks got earnings season underway. Because remember, the CPI report just came out. It said the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose nearly 1% as JP Morgan Chase shares surge. I have some JP Morgan stock. And yeah, it went up. The S&P 500 gained 0.6%, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite increased about 0.3%. All three gauges finished the first full trading week of October with weekly wins of more than 1%. October is turning out to be okay so far. Yeah. Okay, September has been known to be a very volatile month, but the second half of September, earnings went pretty good. And now into October, earnings are still going pretty good. Remember, the Feds are meeting next month to talk about interest rates. Will interest rates get another cut? I'm saying, yeah, I hope so. 25 basis points. Again, making money cheap to borrow. And when money is cheap to borrow, people tend to use it more. They tend to borrow and spend more. They can get homes at a lower interest rate. They can get business loans at a lower interest rate, meaning more money and more profit in their pockets, right? More reasonable mortgage rates, more reasonable mortgage payments. You get the point. Or investments, for those of us that are investors, because I am a real estate investor. I have rental property myself. I'm debt free, by the way. Oh, and also, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm just simply someone on YouTube, doing research, paying attention to things, and giving my opinion on the stock market. And I believe the stock market is going to continue to go up. It closed at 5,800 points, right? The highest it's ever been. I believe by the end of the year, we may be at 6,000 points. So if you're invested into the stock market, if you're invested into the S&P 500, you're going to make money. Now, so here's a big lesson for all of you that are confused and, not sure about investing into the stock market. You need to have a diversified portfolio. Now, I've said this before in previous videos. VTSAX, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, covers the whole entire market. I don't know why I'm doing this, but the whole entire market, right? It covers large cap companies like Microsoft or Amazon, Google. It covers mid cap, small cap. It even has something in there about micro cap companies. It has about 3,600 companies compound into this one entity, this one stock called VTSAX. You can invest in that and not invest into anything else because you're covered, you've covered the whole market within that one index fund, right? But let's say you only had all of your money planted in something like Tesla, a single stock company. Tesla took a big hit today. So if all of your money was in Tesla, you would have taken a big hit on your Tesla stock. However, had you had money invested in VTSAX, if you had money invested into Tesla, if you had money invested into an S&P 500 ETF like SPLG, and then if you had money invested into like an information technology ETF, that that covers about 296 companies like FTEC. Even though you might have lost money in Tesla today, you would not have lost all of your invested money. You probably would have made some money as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. But it says here, the Dow and the S&P 500 notched new highs on Friday, with the broader index closing above 5,800 for the first time as U.S. banks got earnings season underway. The Dow Jones Industrial, I already read that. I don't know what happened. Oh, I scrolled up by mistake while I was talking. My apologies. Either way, it says investors combed through quarterly results from big Wall Street banks, the traditional starting gun for earnings season. In focus is the potential impact of the Fed's pivot to rate cuts on lending margins and thus on profits. They're meeting again next month. They're meeting again next month. The elections in the U.S. is next month. Nvidia gives its earnings report next month. A lot of big things are happening next month. But do not get distracted. Remain focused. Dollar cost average. Do your research. Invest in the stock market. Invest, invest, invest. Okay, at the same time, investors weighed the likely impact of a hot inflation print this week and unchanged wholesale inflation on Federal Reserve policy. The latest consumer inflation data failed to clearly signal the Fed's next move on interest rate cuts. Yeah, so it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. So it's like no one knows now what the Feds are going to do. But I think, my opinion, it's not a fact, just my opinion, I believe the Feds will cut rates next month. Now, the Feds meet after the election. The election is on the 5th. I believe the Feds meet on the 7th, from the 7th to the 9th. So who knows? The elections may have an impact on the Fed's decision to do rate cuts. You never know, people. You never know, you never know, you never know. But again, the S&P 500 closes above 5,800 points for the very first time. So is the market crashing? Not today. All right, you guys take care. Peace.